What's going on, ladies and gents? Kage's here and welcome back to another video. Today, we're diving into Digimon Beatbreak episode 41 titled Golden Tomorrow. Look, I'm gonna be real. This is peak cinema. From Glowing Dawn, Tomura and the others, proving that they're grown now, that they are comrades that can truly fight alongside him, that Kyo can fully trust, to Murasamemon finally reaching his mega evolution. Habakirimon, which is peak, no, holy cinema, dude. I just can't believe how peak that is. Honestly, I don't think they could have wrapped it up much better than this. It gave Kyo the ending he truly deserved. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right on into it. The episode began a few hours before Kyo finds Tomura and the others. At this point, Tomura's group already fighting Soji, and I have to say, it was really nice seeing Gekkomon and Gekkomon actually get some real action again. Murderize Punch, Annihilate Edge, and a new move from Gekkomon, Eliminate Rain. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this too, but it feels like everyone's gotten completely used to evolving into their perfect forms now. It feels so natural compared to earlier episodes. Unfortunately though, the three of them are completely overwhelmed by Soji's perfect level Digimons. Devimon defeats Gekkomon, which is a smart move of him getting on top of Gekkomon there. Lilamon defeats Gekkomon while she tries to protect Makoto and Rena, and Splashmon kinda do the water tornado thing and takes out Tomura and Monarch Lizamon all together. I mean, what Soji right now is just a cheat code, right? Unlimited E-Pulse, a dark one at that, which takes over the Digimons, and a 3 perfect level Digimons. And that's when Kyo finally arrives. And I really like how they handled this scene. The way Kyo steps in and even threatens Tomura and the others, it honestly felt like the old golden Kyo had returned for a moment. And I thought that was really cool. It's like Kyo has awakened the version of himself from the past and fully accepted what he has to do. But what I found even more interesting over here was Murasamemon. Kyo has already made up his mind. He can't forgive Soji. He's determined to end everything right here. But Murasamemon doesn't completely agree to that. You can tell he's still holding back because he doesn't want Kyo to cross that line. I think Murasamemon understands something Kyo doesn't. If Kyo really deletes Soji, there might not be any coming back after that. So while Kyo is fighting with determination, Murasamemon is fighting with hesitation. And I honestly love that contrast because he usually so loyal to Kyo's decision. And then we got this scene. Very, very savage, brother. Okay, so Kyo and Murasamemon did what they did, right? Fight Soji and all his 3 Digimons. And I'ma be honest, the animations kinda go crazy there. The way the sword flips around, showing Murasamemon calling the names of his moves, the upside down cinematography and everything about this is insane. Well, of course, he defeated all of them, but yeah, Murasamemon just couldn't bring himself to delete those Digimons. And that's when Soji told Kyo that he can keep reviving them if you're not deleting them. And here Kyo tells Murasamemon to throw away all mercy and go for it. If not, he'll repeat those same things that happens in the past. And with all the negative emotions ramping up, he orders Murasamemon to cut them down. Now, we've seen this kind of berserk style power-ups before, you know, with Tomura and Gekkomon and Raito too, with Azdarmon, but man, I think Murasamemon did it better. I still think this dark power-ups effects looks incredible in Murasamemon, dude. The way the animations becomes more this unstable, the overwhelming energy, even the error-like sounds coming from the Sapotama. I do not know why, but those little details make the whole sequence feel so much more intense. Even Soji smiles and say, "This, yes, I've been, yep, this is what I'm being waiting for." Immediately charged Lilamon with his E-Pulse, orders her to attack, and that's when Murasamemon went in berserk style Suino-zan Koku, which got the most insane visuals, dude. From his expression, him jumping to the air, and a bit of kind of like this pause up in the air just to show how dangerous Koku can be, and just overpowers Lilamon's attack like crazy. But then Monarch Lizamon suddenly steps in and stops Murasamemon. And what they says here really hit me. "What are you doing? We never delete Digimon. You're the one who taught us that. That's the rule of the Glowing Dawn. So why don't you trust us now?" Man, that was such a powerful scene. Then Kyo finally breaks down. Through tears, he finally admits, "It's because I don't want to lose you." And honestly, that line alone was enough to make a grown man cry. Because I think this moment shows just how everyone has grown. For so long, Kyo has always the one protecting everyone else. But now, Tomoro, Rena, and Makoto are telling him, "You can rely on us now. Believe in us." And honestly, that's what family is supposed to be. Not one person protecting everyone forever, but everyone protecting each other. And I really love that message. Then things suddenly take another turn. Using the white core, Soji sends his E-Pulse into Monarch Lizamon and the other Sapotama and takes control of them. And I'm not gonna lie, this scares the shit out of me, dude. Watching your own partner suddenly turn against you like that, yeah, that's too sad. Then Monarch Lizamon and the others begin attacking their own partners. Kyo immediately yells like crazy, like he's panicking, right? "Your opponent is me, leave them alone." But Soji here simply replies, "Yep, and that's why I'm getting rid of them. That's exactly why you're weak right now." And I hate to admit it, but I actually think Soji had a point here. Kyo is still trapped by his past. He's so afraid of losing his family again that he can't fully trust them, trying to protect everyone by himself and begging Soji to stop. And from Soji's perspective, that hesitation is weakness. But then, Tomoro and the others prove him wrong. Through their own strength, they break free from Soji's control. Not gonna lie, what Tomoro did there is actually pretty badass. Like completely believing in Monarch Lizamon, which is so cool if you think about it. And then comes one of my favorite moments in the entire episode. They then tells Kyo, "The family you created isn't something that can be broken that easily." Kageromon even says, "We are strong now," which is very cute, by the way. Then Tomoro says, "We don't know what happened in your past, but the Kyo standing here today has us. You raised all of us. You made us strong, and we're grateful for that. If you want to build a future where humans and Digimons could live together, you gotta face forward, because we are the Glowing Dawn." And finally, Gekkomon asks Kyo, right? "Kyo, what do you want to do?" Man, that scene was beautiful. Even Murasamemon bumps him in the back and just nods at him like no words is needed here. For the first time, Kyo stops hiding his feelings. "I want to stay with all of you." Then Rena quietly says, "Welcome back." Yeah, that one got me. I wasn't expecting such a simple line to hit hard like that. Then Soji, right, puts everything he has left into Devimon for one final attack. But everyone just calmly looking at it, as they all know Murasamemon is up and uses Go no Zan Murashigure and cuts off his arm. And now, the moment the insert song Answer started playing, goosebumps, dude. Seriously, like, I don't even need to hear the full song anymore. Just hearing that drum, that intro is enough. And Kyo calls everyone's names one by one: Tomoro, Rena, Makoto, Pristimon, Kurtmon, and Gekkomon. Feels like finally him treating them like a comrades that he can trust. The glowing dawn. And calmly says here, I'm not that strong. I've lost so many precious things, but for the sake of what I still want to protect, I'll keep on living. And finally, Murasamemon reaches Mega Habakirimon. Man, this evolution was absolutely worth the wait. And what I love is that you can see the difference with Kyo's light right now. Back then, that light represented rage. Now it represents hope. And I thought that symbolism was really beautiful. And the contrast between Kyo's golden light and Soji's darkness, bro, he overshines not only Soji, but the whole stage like insane, brother. Then, Murasamemon evolves into Habakirimon. Now, we already seen him on the card game before, but seeing him finally appears in Beatbreak, wow, he has this almost divine presence. The way he stands, the way he moves, the way the camera frames him, especially this frames right here where he got his arms up like it's almost like he's saying, I am a god. Honestly, this is exactly how a final Mega Digimon should feel. He's beyond powerful, got this presence, dignity, everything about him screams G-O to the D. And of course, the evolution scene, definitely one of the most highlight of this episode. And I have to say, Naoto Yoshida-san once again deliver one of the most insane animations, dude. He cooked. Like, that is cinema. That might be one of the best evolutions Toei has done in a while. And while watching this, I'm like, wait, did they make him look meaner? Like for this showcase? Like legitimately asking, right? Then I'm like, yeah, I guess from untamed beast to a master swordsman and to this god of a being. Like, what can I say, right? He got to looks mean for this, and in a way very menacing looking, right? And he's posed there in the end of his evolution. Again, just cinema, dude. And everybody's like, whoa, that is so cool, mega level. And that reaction, bro, just made the hype go through the roof, brother. And then Marin Devimon starts attacking, right? Habakirimon summons his sword here, the Futsushi Mitama no Tsurugi, and easily negates the attack completely. Then, using his signature attack, the Habakiri, and obliterates Marin Devimon. It's just a Getsugaten show. First, I was, okay, that's kind of overkill, right? And then when I think about it, we're dealing with a psycho that, you know, with everything he's done to the family and all that. And I'm just like, yeah, glad he did that. And the fact he kept it non-lethal and didn't straight up deletes him and Marin Devimon, right? And still let him live just shows how kind these two are. However, I gotta give it to them for including bits of Soji's past. Why he is the way he is, why he is emotionless and can't connect with the Digimon, and yes, it is child abuse. And after that, Soji starts falling off the cliff once again. But this time, Kyo grabs him. Same place, same situation, but this time, one thing is different. Kyo has his family with him now, and instead of choosing revenge, he chooses to not let Soji die and says that this ends here. And I guess Kawarazaki and the World Union gonna take it from here, right? And I thought that was the perfect way to end Kyo's character arc. Then we get that beautiful special ending where Rena gives Kyo his bracelet back. Honestly, if you stitch the entire Kyo arc together and watched it in one sitting, I genuinely think it feels like a movie, dude. Seriously, this entire arc was just fantastic. Loved every second of it. And next week's episode, Cherry Blossom Friendship. Looks like it'll finally reveal Asuka and Kyo's shared past. Seems like Kishiwada was working with Wong this whole time, or he actually went there to strike a deal or something, right? I don't know. And also, Beatbreak officially enters its final chapter. We got a leaks to that, right? And it's honestly kind of bittersweet, but at the same time, we've also heard that a brand new Digimon anime is apparently coming soon in 2027, next year. And if that's true, that's actually a much shorter wait than I expected. Between Ghost Game and Beatbreak, we waited around 2 to 2.5 years. So only waiting about 1 year for another series. Guys, that kind of proves something, right? It proves that with Digimon Beatbreak, it feels like the Digimon anime finally did something right with it. From them getting nominated and all that, right? And whatever comes next, I'll gladly take that, dude. This is cool. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I hope they learn a lot from Digimon Beatbreak and try to make a better one for that next series. Which of course, other than making the evolution feels earned and damned enjoyable, it got one of the best character development in my opinion, and not only in Digimon but anime overall. And yeah, I think this episode, or to say this whole Kyo arc that took them only 4 episodes to make, yeah, they cook here. The story is well made, and more than that, it is well executed, which is kind of the first time this has ever happened in the history of Digimon, if you think about it. A lot has great stories and lore, but they just got the worst storytelling, right? A lot of it kinda ass until you get to the evolution episode, right? Tell me I'm right on this, right? And obviously, right, with how it's centered around Sawashiro Kyo, the leader of the Glowing Dawn, giving him his part of the story at the end after everybody else, but getting him the first one to reach mega level, I kind of like that approach and appreciate what they have done here. And yeah, it couldn't get cooler than this, and I think they wrapped this up real good and gave Kyo the ending he truly deserved. And alrighty, that's for today's episode. So guys, what are your thoughts on this episode? What are your thoughts on Habakirimon? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is Kage signing off. Stay sharp, and I'll catch you on to the next one. Peace.